NFL preview show with Joshua Weiderhorn,
Jimmy Sullivan,
and
Michael Bellifeni.
We're here to preview the Super Bowl matchup and who wins it. So first, who's going to the Super Bowl on the AFC side?
I think for my money, obviously the best team is the New England Patriots. I think on paper, if you look at what they've done, I think they've gotten even better than they did last year. A team for me to watch, honestly, and I kind of feel like I say this every year, is the Kansas City Chiefs. They've got Alex Smith, who's one of the most underrated quarterbacks in the league. They have a great defense. They went to the playoffs last year. They won the AFC West. The Raiders are also a really good team in that division, so whoever wins that division I think is going to go on a run. But Kansas City's a team I would look for, but I think obviously New England's still the best team.
I definitely agree. I don't think that New England's going to make it this year because they've had some people come out, like Martellus Bennett is gone. Right. So I think that the Oakland Raiders will make the AFC. However, like you said, the Chiefs are a sleeper, and I think the Steelers are as well. So what about you, Michael?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a young team that makes it this year. Patriots and Steelers have been around for a while. I think it will be the Raiders or some other team out of the pack. The Chiefs are there as always, but I think the Raiders are my main pick because Derek Carr is a breakout quarterback, so I think he'll have an MVP caliber year.
On to the NFC, where there are several great teams. What do you think what your first pick would be?
Well, the NFC is a little more wide open this year. I think we could all agree. I picked the Packers last year. They almost went. The Packers are still going to be a good team. They added Martellus Bennett. They haven't really had a really good, true tight end in that offense in a few years, really since Jermichael Finley left. So that's a very interesting addition. I'm going to go with the Dallas Cowboys. I like Dak and Zeke Elliott and what they've done. If they can avoid the sophomore slump, I think they're the best team in the NFC. They won 13 games a season ago. I don't think there's really any reason to think that they can't do it, although they are reshuffling their offensive line, so that is something to watch. But I think the Cowboys are the best team in the NFC.
Honestly, I think the Cowboys are not going to make it. I'm going with someone else in that division, the New York Giants. Not being biased, but they have a lot of all-stars like Eli Manning, Odell Beckham Jr., Sterling Shepard, and now that they have the running back from the New York Jets, can't remember his name, I think they will...
Brandon Marshall.
Wide receiver. I think you're going to be a force to be reckoned with. So what do you think?
I think the Falcons are going to be back in the Super Bowl. I just think they're poised. They're upset that they blew that lead. I think they're going to be hungry to come back to the Super Bowl next year because failure motivates you to get back stronger. But the Cowboys, they'll probably be in the way. I think the Cowboys and Falcons will be the conference championship this year. The Giants, I think they got a little bit of way to go. Packers and Seahawks, they're lingering there too, but I think Cowboys and Falcons are the main two for me.
So now we're going to predict who wins Super Bowl 52.
Actually, we've got a caller.
We got a caller right here.
Thanks for having me on the show, guys. So, you went through the NFC there. You didn't mention the Seattle Seahawks out west. Do you think that the locker room problems that have been brought up with Richard Sherman and Russell Wilson and them still being mad about the whole not running the ball to the goal line in the Super Bowl, do you think that'll be the reason why the team falls apart this year and that's why you don't have them going back to the Super Bowl?
Well, I'll take this one to start. I think that they're good enough to win the NFC West. Obviously, the NFC West isn't that good. The Cardinals aren't what they once were. The 49ers and Rams, I think, are still pretty much afterthoughts in that division. The problem with Seattle is I don't think it's in the locker room. I just don't think they're good enough, honestly. Their running game's been fractured. They used to have Marshawn Lynch. Obviously, they don't anymore. Russell Wilson's having to do a lot on his own, and he's a really good quarterback, but I just don't see him being able to single-handedly carry that offense and that team through the NFC when you have so many good teams like the Cowboys, the Falcons, and the Packers still there. So I think Seattle's going to go to the playoffs. I just don't see them being a serious contender to go to the Super Bowl.
I agree. They're going to make the playoffs, definitely for the NFC West division, but I think they might get knocked out either the first round or the second. Because I don't think they have what it takes. Like you said, Marshawn Lynch is gone, retired for the second year. And Russell Wilson's having to do a lot of himself. Richard Sherman is not doing as well as he once was. And that attitude might get in the way in the locker room as well.
I think there's just too many strong contenders. I mean, the Falcons beat them last year, didn't they?
Yeah,
Falcons beat them last year. And then the Packers are there too. Aaron Rodgers, I think, is one of the best QBs out in the past decade. But yeah, Seahawks, with Lynch being gone off the team, going to Oakland, I just don't see them going far in the playoffs toward the Super Bowl.
Now that we have that over with, we have predictions. Who is going to win Super Bowl 52?
I'm going to pick the Dallas Cowboys. I like what they've done over the past couple of years, especially through the draft. I think running games obviously travel in the playoffs, and particularly in the Super Bowl. You saw the Patriots, for as great as Tom Brady was, they won the Super Bowl on a running play. So I think I like Dallas. I like their running game. I like Dak Prescott more as a guy not to turn the ball over, kind of in the vein of what Seattle did with their offense a few years ago. Their defense is not on the same caliber, and that's going to have to step up. But I'm going to take the chance that it does. I'm going to pick Dallas.
I'm taking the opposite side of the field. I'm going with the Oakland Raiders. They have Derek Carr, who is exceptional. They have a lot of rookie wide receivers. They have great defensive men. I think they can go all the way and win their 3rd Super Bowl.
I got a couple of choices. I mean, the Raiders, I think, and the Patriots would be top 2 in the AFC for me. And then you got the Falcons. I think they could be a strong one. And Cowboys, obviously, they're a young team on the rise. But for the Patriots, I think Tom Brady, I think Father Time's finally going to catch him. He's like, 41? I think Father Time's, he's undefeated. I think Brady's going to start to decline. Not by a lot, but little by little, down to retirement.
Well, there you have it, the NFL preview show. I'm Josh Weiderhorn along with
Jimmy Sullivan
and
Michael Bellifeni.
We'll see you next season.